For starters, I want to thank each and every one of you for your support of our Citizens for Change Dayton efforts. As the majority of you know, my name is Kenneth, and I'm the founder and director of Citizens for Change Dayton. What is Citizens for Change? Well, to put it simply, we're a group of everyday residents who've decided to come together and work for a better and safer city. We have no hidden political agenda. We have no political ties. And in fact, our board of directors is comprised of people of many different economic backgrounds, faiths, and political backgrounds as well. I'm here to tell you folks that for far too long, our city has been slammed with horrible news. The foreclosure of a countless number of factories, people losing their homes, rise in crime. I'm also here to tell you that it's up to us, everyday residents, to turn this city around. One of the ways that we can do that is by simply highlighting some of the positive stories that take place inside of our communities and neighborhoods. One such agency that we're going to talk about today that hasn't received a lot of the publicity that it rightfully deserves is the Wesley Center of Dayton. You know, right off the top of my head, I can count of 4 or 5 nonprofit agencies that work on a daily basis to make Dayton an even better and safer place to live, such as the before-mentioned Wesley Center, and also St. Vincent de Paul, the Food Bank of Dayton, and the Senior Meals on Wheels program, just to name a few. These agencies go out of their way, staffed with volunteers each and every day, to ensure that people are taken care of. These are the stories that should be heard nightly on the news. Instead, we're surrounded by who got shot and on what street corner they got shot on. Well, it's up to us to put these positive stories out there and to let people know that we, everyday residents, want to work to improve our city. Let's get back to talk about the Wesley Center. You know, this last December, I had the unique opportunity to sit down with Dr. Reverend Walker. He serves as the executive director there at the Wesley Center. And one of the main things that he told me is that the greater love of mankind has indeed cooled off. And I'm certain you'll agree that everywhere you look, most people just don't seem to care about their neighbors. They don't seem to care what happens inside of their community. Well, it's up to us to restore the pride to the city. It's up to us to let people know that, hey, we want to take control of our city. The Wesley Center does so many positive things. One of the things that they do is that they provide transportation for the residents to and from their medical appointments. They service not just the Westwood community, but also Residence Park and other portions of the west side of our city as well. This is a great community center that others across the city of Dayton, other neighborhoods, would do well to emulate. They go above and beyond by ensuring that the residents are taken care of and they have access to programs that they need to make themselves better and to make their communities better. We mentioned their transportation system. It takes the residents to and from their medical appointments. They also have job training. They also have classes for the elderly. They also have like a social hour for young children so that the youngsters can become involved with other people inside of their community and to get to know one another on a more personal level. You know, and if every neighborhood, if every community in Dayton had a place like the Wesley Center, our city would be so much better off. You know, there's also so many other places that are not heard of, and we're going to highlight these agencies. We're going to highlight these community centers on a weekly basis. I encourage you, if you haven't had the opportunity, to go to www.wesleycenterdayton.org and see for yourself the many great things that this community center is doing to better the city of Dayton and the Montgomery County area itself. Over the course of the next couple of months, we're going to get geared up to start work inside of our very first community, that being the Westwood community. And what I want people to know is that they have a voice in their city. It doesn't matter how old you are. You could be 30 or 40, 20, even 90 years old. But the bottom line is you have a voice, and it should be heard. The whole purpose of Citizens for Change Dayton is a simple one: to take your voice and to bring it to City Hall, to let people know what you would like to see done inside of your communities, what you want to see done differently inside of Dayton. The bottom line is that by working together, we can and we will change this city for the better. Over the last couple of years, that seems to be a buzzword that's heavily played upon in the media. Change this, change that, hope this, hope that. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you want real and beneficial change, we're going to have to work for it. We're going to have to work together for it. We're going to have to get inside of our communities, and we're going to have to get the job done. This coming May 8th, we'll be having our second Citizens for Change Dayton meeting. This one is going to highlight our upcoming work inside of Westwood. And the name of our meeting is aptly entitled Citizens for Change Dayton, Operation Westwood Overview. One of the first things that's going to be done inside of Westwood is that we're going to go door to door to residents. We're going to distribute community flyers on what they want to see done inside of their communities, what they want to see done inside of their neighborhood. Now, it won't be an overnight process. It's going to be one that takes a long time, but we can and we will accomplish it. We're going to do much more than just distribute surveys. We're going to do much more than just talking with residents. We're going to actively take their voice to our elected officials, and we're going to get the job done. You know, last year in Dayton, we recently had an election for mayor. And we now have a new mayor in place. I would like to say that we wish Mr. Lightsell the best, and we hope that he works to improve our city, and we hope that he works with the residents as he hopes to accomplish and work towards a better and safer Dayton. I'll also like to tell Mr. Lightsell that we are here to ensure that the voice of the residents is heard and understood clearly, and that we will work with him for a better and safer region. But above all, we are non-political, that we are a group of residents who decided to work together for a safer city. Once again, I thank you for your time today, and please stay tuned and check back with us next week when we highlight another great agency that has done so much for our city. In the meantime, I encourage you to go to www.wesleycenterdayton.org and see for yourself some of the great things that Dr. Walker and his staff of volunteers are doing to better the city of Dayton. Thank you.